All right, guys, welcome back for another session of Rise of Somebody. I'm your DM, Corey. And so this week we pick up in Arauthator's lair, with the party having just driven the dragon off. Um, Last week, the party met Macath the Crimson, and in basically no uncertain terms, she stated that in order to um, not in no uncertain terms, but basically she was willing to give the party information to help them defeat Arauthator if they agreed to help her move as much as they could carry, at least the items from Arauthator's lair that were stolen by him from the Arcane Brotherhood, so that she could return them to the Arcane Brotherhood in Luskan. The party agreed to these terms, where she gave the party 2 arrows of dragon slaying, which Crispin used to great effect against Arauthator, and a ring of cold resistance, which may in fact have been the saving grace in keeping a third party member from dropping in Dr. Cash's hole. So once the party was given the information, you guys descended into the cavern at the end of the scriptorium, where Arauthator was waiting, as Macath said he would be, and you guys began to fight him and were successful in driving him off. He, having other layers, decided that staying here and getting killed over some treasure was not the way that he wanted to go about it. So he went to one of his other layers. You guys, so we start out this week with you guys in the cavern. Leosin is unconscious, sort of bobbing up and down in the pool of freezing water to the north right there. Hagrid, Cassius, Tony, and Crispin, you guys are all conscious and moving as the ice allows you to. So that's where we pick up.
I'll head straight over to Leosin, flip him onto his back, and start performing CPR.
All right, go ahead.
Take me out of the water first?
Yeah, that was assumed.
Okay. Go ahead and make a...
That's how CPR works.
Do you have anything on you as far as like a healer's kit or anything like that goes?
Not specifically a healer's kit.
Okay.
But I can push on his chest.
When you flip Leosin over, you assess his vital signs as you're supposed to before beginning compressions. He is unconscious, but has a pulse and is breathing. So he's not dying. He's just unconscious.
I really wanted to push on his chest.
I mean, you can begin CPR if you want.
I'm checking vitals every 5 minutes, as I was trained to do.
Okay. He's continuing to be in serious but stable condition. While you guys are kind of assessing the situation and everything, you hear Hagrid kind of exclaim in pain as you see the ring, the bison head ring on his finger that you guys are used to seeing at this point, is glowing with a white hot light, and you can hear it burning the leather and the skin underneath on his glove, and then all of a sudden he has a very curious look on his face as it stops being a searing hot pain and starts becoming a warm, radiating, just wholesome feeling throughout his body. In the back of his head, Hagrid hears the voice of Kiri Jolith, his deity, say to him, "You have shown great courage in battle against terrible foes, and you now have been given the power to aid your party members." And so Hagrid, taking that sort of inspirational push, he comes over to where you are Cassius and Leosin, and he puts his hand on Leosin, and Leosin, you get 12 hit points back.
Okay.
So as he puts his hand on you, he casts Cure Wounds at the 2nd level, and Leosin, you kind of like, and then you cough up some of the ice cold, salty water that's in you, just sort of like in your mouth and stuff like that, and so now you're back awake.
What happened?
Hagrid says to you, you were basically dead.
We won?
Did I do it?
I don't know. It feels like I haven't been here for 2 weeks.
Crispin says, well, you didn't not do it.
That's a no.
Whoever wants to, why don't you go ahead and make a perception check for me.
What's my perception? Perception. Oh, I'll do that. Oh shit! Rolling the opposite of Kaziri. That's a 25.
I had a 21.
All right. So as you guys kind of look around, taking stock of what is there and where the hell do you go from here? The sort of that post-battle numbness. You notice.
Are you sure that's just not the cold?
It's a little bit of the cold. Cassius, you notice in the opposite side of the chamber from where you guys are now, so in this far south part, you notice some glints and glimmers of some of Arauthator's treasure hoard.
Hey, Tony, you want to go? Well, I'm keeping Leosin, just making sure he's all good. You want to go check on some of the shiny things over there?
Can do. I'll wander over to shiny things.
All right. Tony, why don't you go ahead and make a investigation check for me to kind of like wade through things to see what's the really good stuff.
16.
16. Okay. Hang on a second. I just buddy fucked myself. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So you see, you were able to weed out 700 gold pieces.
All right.
1,000 silver pieces.
1 second.
Okay.
Are these like real gold pieces or like Chuck E. Cheese gold pieces where you can only spend it in their arcade machines?
No, they are real gold pieces.
Awesome. Do they have Strahd's face on them?
They do not.
Awesomer.
Are you ready, Tony?
Yeah.
Okay. 20 precious stones, 5 each, worth 200 gold pieces, 400 gold pieces, 600 gold pieces, and 800 gold pieces.
So 5, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yes.
Okay.
You also see in the shinies, you see an amulet that has sort of a depiction of like a droplet of liquid with spikes jutting out of it.
Okay.
There is a potion with a very, very nice looking fluid inside it. It looks like a nice potion. In the it seems to change colors. One color goes oh sorry, no, it doesn't change colors. It's okay, yeah. So there's the red in the potion's liquid continuously contracts to a tiny bead and then expands to color the clear liquid around it. Shaking the bottle doesn't really change that process at all. It just kind of keeps happening. So there's a little bead inside, and there's a red liquid that the red dye goes down to the little bead, and the rest of everything remains clear, and then it expands back out. You see a very finely crafted looking longsword. You see a very shiny sort of it's like a very pure blue stone that to touch it is very cold. But it kind of reminds you of a stone that you see that looks very fiery in Leosin's staff. There's a really nice, fancy-looking bow, and you also see some gauntlets, essentially, that appear to be made from bear hide in there as well. So you collect all that stuff and bring it over to your party members, and yeah, that's the loot that you guys received.
Okay, so I'm gonna dump the pile of crap
Mm-hmm.
at their feet and go, I have no idea what any of this does.
I investigate the potion. Is there any way that I would know through my alchemical history what that would be?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can I just take 20 on that and spend all the time I need to really figure it out?
Sure, yeah. What does everybody else want to do while Cassius is taking a look at this potion?
Take a look at the other stuff.
Okay. Cassius, you are able to figure out that this potion is a potion of diminution. So it's when you drink the potion, you gain the reduce effect of the enlarge reduce spell for 1d4 hours.
I'll take a look at the gauntlets.
Okay. The gauntlets, like I said, are bear hide. They look like they. Well, when you look at them, you can't really tell what they do, but you kind of remember things that you've seen before that require you to kind of ruminate on them to figure out what they do, like taking like a short rest kind of thing.
All right.
You get the same feeling from the sword and the stone, Leosin. You notice that it's cold to the touch, very similarly to the spark stone that you have in your staff. That's very warm to the touch in of itself. And you recognize this as like a frost stone, something that would bolster spells doing cold damage.
Nice.
And just so you know, Leosin, you are able to druidcraft multiple of these stones into your staff. So, like, using the frost stone doesn't mean that you can't use the spark stone.
So then I'm gonna start playing around with that to try to figure out if I can get them both on at the same time.
Okay. Crispin asks if anyone minds if he takes the bow, since he usually does the most shooties.
Shooty away.
And actually, I guess well, if Leosin's gonna work on druid crafting that stone into his staff, and Cassius is gonna spend time looking at the
Potion of diminution.
Yes, thank you. Tony, you're able to figure out that the bear gloves you're able to as a bonus action make a bite attack on a creature within range of you.
Bite attack, okay.
Yeah. I think if I put the item in your inventory, I think it shows the damage. I don't remember off the top of my head if I did that or not.
It should. So ran the math on everything you gave us gold wise. We each get 2,160.
Okay.
2,160 gold.
Yep.
Okay. That is a lot of gold.
Between the three of us or all of us?
Each individual person. That's the quantity divided by 5.
So everybody, the entire party.
So each person, 2,160.
Okay.
I want to hold all the gold in my hands and look around like, what do I have here?
So much money.
Let's see, the sword. The sword you see is a longsword of life stealing. Where is?
Is there anybody who would be interested in such an item?
A long sword of life stealing. I mean,
Probably.
I'd be interested, but I wouldn't know how to use it, right?
I say if Cassius wants it, give it to him.
Yep.
I have other means to make sure I can stay standing. I would feel better if it was someone who is a frontliner could use that as a secondary weapon.
Hagrid has a number of magical weapons already.
Tony, this one looks like it'd be for you.
Okay, if you insist, I'll take it, but at any moment I have no issue with parting with it.
If I believed I'd be the best person for that item, trust me, I'd take it. But I don't believe myself to be a person where that would aid what I'm trying to do.
I shall hold it for the time being, then.
Use it. Make sure that we don't come to the point where we have to run up and keep the berserker from, dropping.
Are there any fancy robes around? Preferably black.
Make an investigation check.
Alright. I rolled a 15.
You do see some sort of like scraps of cloth that match the description, but it looks like there's no robes in the hoard of this particular dragon. It has no real need for those sorts of possessions.
Alright, well, I'll take the fancy scraps and attach them to my clothing as I can, by whatever means I can.
Do you happen to have anything in your kit that would allow you to do anything like that?
Let's see here. I have smith tools and tinkerer tools.
Okay.
I'm not trying to do it fancy. I'm just trying to make them stick, and if they don't, that's fine by me.
If you're going to just nail patches onto your clothes, make sure the nails are pointed outwards so they stab other people instead of you.
Oh, that's how you're supposed to do it.
Oh, no, it's not how you're supposed to do it, you moron. It's just I know what you have available, and I know what you're going to try to do.
Fair enough.
So during the course of you guys looking through this stuff, Macath makes her way down and says, "Well, I suppose congratulations, Arauthator. I didn't think that you would actually be able to pull it off."
It's not dead.
Thanks for the backhanded compliment, by the way.
Well, you certainly are not the first group of adventurers to try to take on the Old White Death. So I didn't have high hopes for you.
Yeah, it certainly seems we were sent on a suicide mission.
What is it that you plan on doing with this one? And she sort of uses her foot to push the hogtied Marfolb.
We made an agreement. Marfolb gave us valuable information, and we shall return Marfolb to whatever life it chooses.
Well, I do know that the research that she's been tirelessly working on would be priceless to the Arcane Brotherhood.
So with that information, I don't think that environment would be very conducive towards her studies. Maybe better if we have a long-distance communication.
While you were saying this, Cassius, you heard in snippets in Draconic between Macath and Marfolb. Macath asking if Marfolb wanted to go south, and she said to Macath that she would very much prefer to go to the south, and would prefer that if her research is to leave the iceberg, that it be with her accompanying it.
Well, I'll be damned.
So we're taking her with us.
Yes, it appears so. The life she chose is one where she continues with us for a little bit.
So can we untie her now?
I look at the doctor for
It's not my
approval.
I think she's earned that, but it's not my rope.
I just want to make sure somebody else has an idea of what's going on.
She could have sat there and led us straight into our deaths, but with the information she had, we just nearly died, as opposed to fully died.
I start untying her.
All right. So you are able to, over the course of a couple minutes, untie Marfold. Turns out that tying two people tying the same creature up in different manners with various abilities, and then dragging said creature through the halls of an iceberg makes for a lot of knots.
Marfold, thank you for your services. I apologize for the harshness of our desire for security. I hope you understand.
And I say, rivet, 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 as I bow my head.
Marfold sort of gives a nod to first to Cassius, then a sort of cocked nod to Laven.
Kind of like a dog trying to figure out where a sound is coming from.
Kind of, yeah. All right. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do in the ice caves, or would you like to just
Accelerate. Yeah, I would like to accelerate global warming by teaching them how to create an industrial revolution.
So over the course of the next few hours, you guys are able to get a lot of what was stolen from the Arcane Brotherhood. Not quite all of it, but a large majority of what was stolen from the Arcane Brotherhood onto the Frost Skimmer, the ship of Captain LaRusta. During this process, Cassius, you notice that the amulet that Tony found, the one with the like the drop of liquid, the sort of the spikes coming off of it, it sort of it kind of holds a draw for you. Like it seems it has piqued your interest more so than really anything else that was in the treasure hoard.
Hey, Tony, that amulet, do you have any plans for it?
None whatsoever.
Mind if I take a look at it, see who we can sell that to?
All yours.
All right, I take it over and I start inspecting it.
Okay. Upon inspecting it, you notice it does have some sort of it definitely has a property that you want to take a closer look at, but it's going to require a little more time than what you have right now. It's something that you sort of put in the back of your mind for your trip.
Oh, I've got all the time in the world if I'm on the Frost Skimmer.
Right. You're not quite there yet, but during the course of unloading all that stuff.
Okay.
So when you guys take your first load of stuff out to the Frost Skimmer, you notice that the ice village, the ice hunter village, I know Yvigaton, is completely abandoned. The dogs are gone. It's completely silent except for the winds whipping the snow around. It appears that the dragon being driven off, the ice hunters have taken the opportunity to escape their servitude. And as you come on the board, the Frost Skimmer, Captain LaRusta, comes up to you and says, well, you crazy sons of bitches pulled it off. You drove off the most powerful dragon in the north and have likely loosened his grip on trade and exploration north of the spine of the world. Where to next?
First off, Captain, this reprieve won't last long. If anybody who knows anything about dragons knows once you piss them off, they bring friends. So just make sure that you are always on your toes. But I suppose we need to head back to the base of operations.
Heading back to Waterdeep, absolutely on the list of things to do. I need to get back to my typical trade route. What about all this stuff you're unloading here? And the Cath pipes in. She goes, well, if it's not too much trouble, I'd like to be dropped off at Luskan along the way. get back to the Arcane Brotherhood. I'm sure they've missed me these last 3 years.
I'm sure that's possible.
All right, well, Waterdeep it is with a brief furlough in Luskan. So, you guys get everything aboard the Frost Skimmer, and it takes a couple days for you guys to clear the sea of moving ice aboard the ship. During that time, during the first evening, where you have an opportunity to Cassius, you take a short rest to focus on the amulet, and you notice this to be the only thing you could think to call it would be an amulet of blood manipulation. While attuned to the amulet, you could use your reaction to sort of weaponize your blood. And I'm going to put that item in your inventory so that you can sort of peruse that as you see fit.
Okay.
It's not my place to reveal too much to the party. All right. Let me just do this really quick and then get back to the narrative there. There we go. All right. So if you guys refresh your character sheets, I need to put that thing in Leosin's inventory. You should see. I haven't done yours yet, Leosin. Sorry.
Okay.
But Tony, you should notice the gauntlets of Ursine aggression and the long sword of life stealing in your inventory.
I'll probably have to refresh.
Yes. I like the colors on Leosin's page. It's very muted and kind of pretty.
That's the druid theme.
I put the potion of diminution in your inventory as well, Cassius.
Oh, I've already done that.
Oh, okay. Well, then you'll have to remove one. Okay. So once you guys get clear of the spine of the world, things start to warm up quite a bit. You're still about a day away from Luskan, and you notice a single raven flying overhead, heading towards the ship. And you not much going on the sea, so you notice this raven coming closer and closer, and it lands on the railing of the ship. And at this time, you can see that very similar to Tony and Leosin, Haggard and Crispin would recognize this too. Very reminiscent of the raven that you noticed land at on the side of that mountain when you guys witnessed the crash of the Sky Castle. Also has a scroll wrapped around its black, scaly black leg. Eyes the party and hops forward a few steps and opening its beak as though it's about to caw. Instead, you guys hear the familiar voice of Leosin Erlenthar. It says, yes, there you are. I trust that your expedition north was productive. Old Thunderspells tells me that a number of masks in possession of the cult... Oh, wait. Yeah. Sorry. Old Thunderspells tells me that the number of masks in possession of the cult influences their ability to draw chromatic dragons to the side, and may play a role in the measure of strength Tiamat possesses after being summoned.
Intriguing.
I've received reports. Did I seriously type this? This is like really, really not a complete sentence. I did type that. Now I just need to find out what that was particularly. This is what happens sometimes when I talk to Mike. He uses too many pronouns, and you lose your grasp on what's going on.
That's the truth.
Antecedents. English is best friend.
English is not my best friend at all.
Not after the stroke.
Oh yes. My hoppers have heard rumors of the theft of the white dragon mask, and recently learned that Verum, Verum the White, the worm speaker who is in possession of the white dragon mask, has been spotted departing the town of Borska. With my hoppers spread already far and wide on their intelligence gathering missions, unfortunately, I believe it falls to you to pursue the worm speaker. My little friend here, the raven kind of sort of preens a little bit. My little friend here has a teleportation scroll around his leg that'll take you to the Borskia Bridge settlement. Once there, look for a halfling named Bolo and ascertain which direction Verum has gone, with how many, and how long ago. I apologize that I cannot be of more aid. However, you always seem to find a way to impress us.
Halfling named Bolo, find where Varen went. Or Velen, or whatever the frick.
Verum. Varram.
Not so much Verum, more specifically the White Dragon Mask, correct? I'm assuming they're one and the same right now, but...
this is the second time you've heard Leosin mention the rumors about the White Dragon Mask having been stolen. So it could be reasonably deduced that Verum is searching for it.
Well, seems like someone's already done half the investigation for us. Might as well find him. Objections?
None.
I do have one question. Leosin, is it right?
Yes.
Leo
Sir?
Ben, how long have we known each other?
Leosin, how many... we are offering a lot of physical and mental exhaustion right now. Sure, you've heard that we've had to take a battle straight into the lair of Arauthator. Is there anything that you can provide to help us refresh ourselves so we can take on another mission alarmingly immediately?
What is it you would ask of me?
Anything to help us restore our physical states.
Well, I mean, it has been a couple of days since you guys left. Like what exactly is it you're looking for, Cassius?
I was just grasping at straws. There's nothing specific I'm looking for.
Okay. Unfortunately, current circumstances aside, there's not a lot I can do right now. You are, of course, very far north, if my little friend's little internal navigation is correct, and I am not. The act of speaking with you right now is quite taxing as it is.
Is there any possibility that a dead drop can be placed to us outside the city of Bosker?
I can see what sort of things I can have my hoppers scrounge up, and if anyone can make it to the area. As I said, the investigation rather falls to you because we spread thin and in other regions.
I understand, and I can appreciate that, Leosin, but as the vanguard, as the one that jumps into the shadows of war, knowing that we can return from it is a helpful gesture. We appreciate what you can. Just leave it in the city inn. Let it know that it's a package waiting for Leosin.
Again, I shall see what I can do, and then as that happens, you see what you didn't really notice before because you were sort of taken aback by the raven's behavior. Obviously, it's never normal to see a raven land and then come straight up to you. There was sort of a foggy white sheen over the raven's eyes. Not as though the raven was blind. Is sort of something that you needed to notice on a second glance, but as Leosin says that he'll see what he can do, the white sheen kind of goes away, and the raven sort of perks up, takes stock of its surroundings, and takes flight. Anyone who wants to, why don't you go ahead and make a...
That's where our teleportation spell was, wasn't it?
Whatever the check was, I rolled a 1. So.
No. Sorry, the scroll, you were able to get the scroll before the raven flew away. I forgot that was on there. A Arcana or a History check, whichever one you would like to roll.
Well, I rolled a 7, and my Arcana is 5, so I'm taking the 12.
Okay. Tony, are you rolling?
Sure. What am I rolling?
Arcana or History, dealer's
History.
choice.
6 total with my 1.
Let's go with 5 for either.
Okay. Cassius, you having the white sheen in the crow's eyes sort of sticks with you a little bit, and you remember vague tales of something known as warging, but outside of that, you don't remember much.
Is this like what that little Stark boy did when he became the Three-Eyed Raven?
Similar. Yeah.
I was going to say, I know that's a Game of Thrones thing, so.
All right. So yeah, you guys are there aboard the Frostskimmer, teleportation scroll in hand, and seemingly some new orders.
Well, looks like we're going to have 0 downtime. McCath, best of luck.
I feel strongly that you will probably see a representative of the Arcane Brotherhood at next council meeting. The Arcane Brotherhood would be remiss to allow the current events of the world to unfold unchecked.
If I may make a request, is there any way that the Arcane Brotherhood can look towards defensive spells to protect cities? If everything comes to a head, there may be a lot of innocent deaths. Let's protect those who can't protect themselves.
The Arcane Brotherhood, I'm sure the bird said something about old thunder spells, and even I, being gone 3 years, recognize that name. So I'm sure the Arcane Brotherhood will be working quite closely with old thunder spells there to figure out a way to protect your cities.
Very well. Well, shall we away?
Away we shall.
Okay, so you guys open the scroll of teleportation, and the magic, being as it is slightly different than your typical teleportation scroll. It does not require an Arcana check or a roll to get it to work. It's more just sort of reading aloud what is on the scroll, and it takes you to the location. It seems that although Leosin isn't able to directly assist you in your quest, he's gone through extensive trouble to make the
we got the Rand McNally
inconveniences
version of it.
Sort of, yeah. It's just to make the inconveniences less inconvenient.
Mm-hmm.
So as you read the scroll aloud, you feel wind sort of start to whip around you, and on the deck of the ship, sort of an arcane glyph written in like a bright purple starts appearing underneath it and encircling the party. You hear a sort of a loud whooshing noise that gets louder and louder and louder until all of a sudden it's not there anymore. The sounds of the sea have gone away, and instead you hear crickets. You hear a series of splashes as your vision comes to you, and you find yourself in the in a bed of a creek next to a large black granite bridge bearing sculpted images of various deities commemorating what appears to be a battle fought on this bridge a long time ago.
Are there explosives under the bridge?
There are no explosives under the bridge.
Okay.
As you guys sort of splish and splash, make your way sloppily out of the creek bed up the side of the creek, you see a station settlement that's little more than a collection of tents, wagons, and caravans, providing food, fresh mounts, and other services to travelers. You see a contingent of paladins, from the theocracy of Eltergard, maintaining watch over the bridge in a newly built keep. Leosin and Tony, you guys actually, Cassius, you're not uneducated, and you are quite well traveled throughout the Sword Coast. So you do recognize sort of the sigil of Eltergard, which is the larger region around the city of El Terrell. So the area around you is quite. Do I have? It's very bustling area with many people around in the area. Kind of bustling to and fro. There's merchants and traders and things like that making preparations to continue their journeys along various trade routes. So what would you guys like to do?
Finding a place to rest up would be nice.
I just kind of point at my bleeding wounds.
You guys will have had taken several long rests during this time.
Oh, never mind.
It's been several days since you left Oyavigaton.
Never mind.
Okay, do that then.
Where are we? I don't.
Hang on, I'm grabbing tokens right now.
Okay.
In my infinite wisdom, I did not think, hey, I should probably, put you guys on a map or something.
Yeah.
I'll put you guys up like in the northern part of the map there.
All right. There's really not too much I want to do other than go find that halfling we need to go find.
Okay. How would you like to go about attempting to find said halfling?
Can I just start screaming halfling at the top of my lung?
Please.
So as Tony sits in the center of this sort of trade route screaming, halfling, halfling, a number of halflings stop and say, and look at you. Some of them shake their heads and continue on. One of them stops and says, what?
I need
The
a
youngest halfling.
I look at the person and go, what's that
I'm
ass hat we're looking for?
35.
Sorry, Tony, what did you say?
I go, what's that asshole we're looking for again? It's been a few days. I don't remember.
Bolo.
Bolo.
Ah, yes, Bolo.
Just out of sheer chance,
Can he tell me to go fuck off?
are you aware of any Bolo, or are we just on a wild goose chase right now?
No, Bolo. Bolo runs the tent side inn.
Wonderful.
And he points you in the direction of said inn, and it is
Right next to a tent.
basically, yeah, essentially mincing words, not so much. So you guys go into the tent side inn. I don't know. Let me see if I have a token for said person.
I am far from the words escape me. Talking, not my forte. Not a good idea.
I think this is the first time we just asked for somebody of the same race and they knew immediately who we were talking about. I feel like that should never happen again in any of our campaigns.
Don't you know that all halflings know each other?
Yeah.
I mean, in The Hobbit maybe, but we're not in the Hobbit.
Well, it's just like Critical Role. All of the furbolgs know each other, right?
No.
I don't see what the problem is.
Pumat Sol literally was used to being the only Furbolg.
And then there were 3.
Yeah, because Furbolgs are fucking badass.
All right. So you guys walk into the tavern, and you see standing on a table, sort of just observing the establishment, a small halfling female who is the only halfling in the building at the time.
Ah, yes, Volo. How are you?
I'm well. What brings you to my tavern?
Leosin directed us your way.
What sort of service could I be to the Harpers?
Are you aware of any of their ongoing investigations?
No, the Harpers very much keep to themselves. The ones who stay here in my tavern tend to, they tend to keep to themselves.
Well, I take out a piece of paper and I scribble down the white dragon mask. And I kind of pass it over face down. I said, this is what we've been tasked to look for. We heard it has changed hands recently. Do you have any information about this?
She takes the piece of paper and looks at it and studies it for a little while with a kind of inquisitive look on her face. She's what is this curious drawing that you've made? What is depicted here?
The words "White Dragon Mask"?
Oh, you drew. Oh, I thought you said you drew a picture of the white dragon mask.
No, I wrote down "White Dragon Mask."
Oh, gotcha. Sorry. She takes it. You see her kind of thinking. She says, after a time, and there was a dwarf in purple robes, a little while, not too long ago. He was looking for some escorts to take him into the hills when this guy in a hood comes up to him and starts asking him about something about a dragon mask. And wait, did Haggard really just join the game?
It appears so.
That's interesting. Let's see if he's on.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to buy a whole bunch of Jaygeons and Dragclarks merchandise? Well, you can't, but you can buy white T-shirts and write our name on it.
Do you want to buy a whole bunch of our merch? Well, let us know so we can make merch. Anyway, so Bolo goes back to telling you this hooded guy starts asking this dwarf about a dragon mask. I think this dwarf, he looked him straight in the eye, pulled out a dagger, and stabbed the tall motherfucker dead. Turns out he was one of the scaled folk of the Serpent Hills, come down to spy on us. The dwarf's a hero, make no mistake. But he and his entourage took straight off towards the hill, quick as cats. Last I saw of them.
So, can you show us specifically where the settlement is?
Well, what is it that you what is it you intend to do with this dragon mask? What is it that's got people so riled up?
It's better for public knowledge for that information not to be divulged. Just know that it's a matter of regional security.
Well, I can respect that, but I may very well owe that dwarf my life. So I need to know that you guys don't plan on harming him.
I promise no harm shall come to him. I'll even keep the small one at bay. But it is
What is happening?
That's I think that's my dad.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it is of vital importance to know that we can only promise his security the less information about this particular item gets out into the public. We can't be having mass hysteria at a time like this.
Well, I mean, I don't know what all this mask business is, but I don't know how it would cause more of a panic around these parts than someone just outright stabbing a serpent folk. That was quite
Violence,
to do.
violence happens all the time for a number of reasons, but if the reason for why the violence happened gets out, there's another situation on our hands.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can.
Wow, I know I'm like way late, coming in the middle, fucking things up. I'm gonna get back off. I just wanted to make sure to work.
Oh, I mean, you can stick around if you want.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm not really familiar with what's been going on, so that's okay.
All right, we'll fill you in on the details and catch you next week.
Yeah, I'm sorry we didn't get back sooner from the delayed race. Otherwise, I actually could have joined in.
It's all right. You did what you could.
The other thing is I want to find out exactly how much data this is going to eat. All right. Sorry again, guys. Till next week.
Oh, no worries.
Always
See ya.
welcome.
Mm-hmm. All right, so where are we at? Preventing mass hysteria.
Right.
Or causing.
No. We cause the hysteria, not others.
Right. What did I say?
You're just pro hysteria.
Yes.
Where is? Sorry, I remember reading something that was going to be important information I was going to give you, but maybe I just made that up in my head.
I mean, that's half of DMing. If it helps you out, I rolled a 75.
You were asking about where the Serpent Hills are?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
51.
Let's see.
85 this time, somehow better or worse, depending on how you define those rolls.
So you guys are in Borsker, which is where on this map?
Right next to Huskardu.
Huskardu. There's a lot of words that look like Borsker that aren't. This is really frustrating. Tribor. Well, that's not it.
We'll just call it TBA.
Yeah. So she's able to point you in the right direction. She tells you that he had around a dozen other companions, including a handful of cloaked and hooded warriors. She assumes them to have been barbarian mercenaries.
Barbarian mercenaries that were with the dwarf or with the
With the
murder.
dwarf.
Okay.
That group headed straight into the Serpent Hills after killing that Yuan Ti.
Man, there's just so much hate for Yuan Ti these years, or this day.
All right.
Can't they just, restrict things in peace?
So, as you guys get out on the trail, if you're wanting to leave now, do you want to leave now? Or you want to rest for the evening? It's probably about noon.
I say we can start off tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan.
Anybody want to play a card game?
Does it involve drinking?
It can if you decide to drink.
Then yes.
All right. So here's how this game works. I'm going to give you 2 cards face up. I get 1 card face down, 1 card face up. The entire idea is to get closer to 21 without going over than I do.
21 what?
Just 21 points. A card that has 5 on it, 5 points. A card that has a 10 on it, 10 points. Face cards are 10, aces are 1 or 11. I can't believe you haven't heard of this game before. Blackjack?
I grew up in the woods.
All right. Well, this starts off with you making a bet.
7.
All right. A healthy bet. All right. You got yourself a king of hearts and a 7 of spades. That's 17 points right now. What would you like to do? You can hit and take another card. You can stand and hope that your 17 is good enough. I've got a queen of hearts showing, so you know I at least have 10 points.
Hit.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I don't know how this game works, so yes.
That's the 7 of diamonds. You have 24 points. I'm sorry, you automatically lose. That's 7 of whatever you wagered is now mine.
What about yours?
It doesn't. I'm the dealer. You have to beat me. Sometimes it's better to see what I've got. Now, granted, you're a bone because I had the 4 spades. No matter what, if you stood or if you hit, you would have lost.
I cast Fog Cloud.
You know that doesn't change what the cards are.
And then I switch the cards around.
I've already announced what the cards were.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
It's in the cloud.
That's not how the internet works.
17s right there. Deception is 0, so 17.
All right, I have +6 to insight. That is a 14 plus 7, 21.
So while the fog cloud does obscure Leovin's clumsy hands, you hear him moving the cards around after you've already read them out loud.
Is my hand on the table? He's trying to move my hand as well.
You do feel something slide from under your index finger. And then when the fog cloud clears, you see that the cards are in fact in different order.
Man, that was weird. That cloud that came out of nowhere. Well, I guess we get back to the game now.
Just take your money back.
All right. With that, that game having ended, I'm really.
Man, no wonder why magical casinos never work.
Although that was a very unsubtle way to use magic.
Oh yeah. Really? Hey, I've got a 17. Hit me. Are you sure? Hit me.
He's never played the game before, Jay.
Oh, Jay understands that. Cassius doesn't. To Cassius, it's just counting. Counting is statistics. He also isn't charismatic enough to give a fuck.
Is it here? What the fuck? Okay. So you guys get a long rest in for the evening, and you make your way onto the path towards the Serpent Hills in the morning. Good weather and the fact that you're tracking a large party makes their moving with haste makes their trail into the hills easy to follow. your all in all, the trail leads that's what I was looking for, some 65 miles northwest. So you guys are a little ways behind the party. But so you're traveling along the along the trail. It goes through a swath of badlands, mesas, and rocky plateaus, sprinkled with trees and tall grasses. That is the region of the Serpent Hills. Go ahead and make a history check. Anybody who wants to.
I'll do that.
Okay.
8.
All right. You know that areas such as these, and particularly the Serpent Hills, are home to lizard folk and nagas, trolls, giants, and treacherous yuan-ti in the Serpent Hills, amid tombs and ruined settlements of more than one fallen civilization.
That's scary.
So there was a pretty rich area. So as you guys travel, you get to a decent stopping point for the evening. And as you're making camp, you notice off the side of the road, you notice several unmarked gravestones. A low-rise covered in hastily collected rocks, marking the resting place of one of many explorers to have fallen in the Serpent Hills. But other than that, you guys are able to make camp for the evening. Where would you like to make camp? Would you like to make camp farther off the road? You guys are able to see this map now, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
How's the visibility if we made camp on the road?
Well, visibility for distance in the Serpent Hills is pretty far for the most part, being that it's mostly badlands, mesas, and rocky plateaus. You know, there's a spattering of trees and tall grass here and there, but for the most part, it's a fairly open area.
So basically, we can see everything around us, and everything around us can see us?
For the most part, yeah.
Then there's no point in hiding. Let's just work on the road.
Okay.
Where do the markers say anything?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation 15.
15. Okay. So you go up and they're on one of the larger stones piled on the dirt there. It does not appear to be a very fresh grave. The dirt is very well grown over with grasses and weeds. It's not quite laid itself back flat yet from being disturbed, but you see on the stone, as it's been sort of washed away by time, it's like here lies, and then the name is, it's either a name that you don't recognize or it's too worn for you to really make heads or tails of what the name is written there, but it does appear to be a grave of sorts. As you're sort of leaning in to inspect the grave, you feel through your chest this intense cold feeling, and as you kind of startle and step back, you see the arm of a ghost reaching out from the grave. And why doesn't everybody roll initiative for me?
I was just about to do something nice for them.
Is it a friendly ghost?
Ask if its name is Casper.
I rolled terribly.
All right, roll
I
4.
rolled mediumly.
Oh, I need to switch my dice out. Okay, we'll do that as we go along here. Okay.
Good old Death or Sovngarde.
All right. All right. They did not roll super hot. Okay. 20 to 25. Anybody in there? Nope. Okay. 15 to 20.
19.
15.
All right. 10 to 15. I think that's going to wind up being Crispin. Yep, with a 14. And what's Hagrid's? Okay. Cassius, where did you land? 6?
6.
Okay. Okay. Tony, that puts you up first.
Okay, well, I guess I'll do what I stereotypically do, go into a rage, and, move myself right there. I'm below a gravestone. And I'm gonna recklessly attack the one to the north.
To the north?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright.
What weapon are you using?
I'm gonna be using the necrotic sword.
Okay.
Which is a D10 if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
Yep, if you're swinging two-handed, yep.
So that will be 10 plus 5, so 15. No, plus 6, 16.
You said 15 damage?
16.
16, okay. Okay.
I'll attack again.
Okay.
And, that is going to be a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 11 damage.
Okay.
And that'll be all I can do.
All right. Okay. All right. That brings us to Leosin.
Alrighty. What do ghosts not like?
The living.
I kill myself. No, I'm going to. Where are they?
Strahd. Pepperoni pizza because they can't taste it.
I'm gonna cast.
Tony, sorry, real quick,
Yep.
Leosin. Tony, what was the necrotic damage that you dealt? Tony?
Says
We
they only
lost
take
him.
necrotic damage on a 20.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just remember reading something about necrotic damage. I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah.
All right, Leosin, sorry. What did you say?
Extra 10.
I want to cast Moonbeam
Okay.
right over this dude.
Okay.
So it's just a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder.
Okay. What'd that do?
He's engulfed in ghostly. Well, when a creature enters the spell or starts its turn, it's engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain and must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. What happens if it fails?
Takes damage.
What happens if it succeeds?
It takes half the damage.
Oh. All right, Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. That's a 12.
That fails. So
All right.
take 12 radiant damage.
All right. And which one is it? It was this one, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 12 radiant damage?
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
And then I don't know if it's going to do anything, but I'm going to poison spray the other guy over here. Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. You do your poison spray, and it appears to have no effect on the ghost.
Cool.
You can't poison what's already dead, bitches.
I was just hoping.
That which is dead may never die. Okay. Okay. Crispin is going to try to sneak up behind that ghost and make an attack with his rapier. Yep. But that's gonna miss. No, he rolled a 2. Okay, that brings us.
Did the ghost just disapparate around the rapier?
Well, as you guys are looking at them, they're kind of on the border between this plane and the ethereal one anyway. But he just missed. Just straight up missed. Cassius, you're up.
Oh, if that's the case. How dark is it out right now?
It is. There's like the last remaining remnants of that deep purple in the air before going completely dark.
The main reason I ask is because if it is dark out, I get +10 to my move speed.
Ah, okay. It's not quite dark yet.
So I'm still at normal move speed? Cool.
Yeah.
Can I also get control of my token?
Oh, yes. Why is... Oh, I did this token a long time ago. Sorry, this is not your normal token.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
There we go. Wonderful. Let's see here. I'm going to give myself where is it? Crimson Rite of the Storm again.
Okay.
And let's take away 9 hit points from me. Or it's 10 now.
Is it equal to your level?
It is equal to my level.
Mm.
And I will advance 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'll make 2 attacks at this guy right here.
Okay.
First one will be... oh, come on. That will be a 14 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So that's a D8 plus a D6 plus 6. That's terrible damage. That is 7 piercing damage and 2 lightning damage.
Okay. I have a question for you, Cassius.
Mm-hmm.
Does your Crimson Rite, does that make your weapon considered as a magical weapon?
I would say no. Because
Does it say in the effect that it makes a weapon magical for damage purposes?
It does not say anything about changing the properties of the weapon.
Okay.
So I would say no.
Okay. What was the lightning damage?
2.
Okay. So you notice that your blade passes relatively harmlessly through the corporeal form of the ghost, but you do see the lightning sort of arc through the form as you go through.
Exactly what I was afraid of. But I have no choice other than to attack again. That is a natural 19 plus 8. I'm assuming that hits.
Yes.
If a 6 hit.
It's a fair deduction, sir.
This one's a little bit better. That is 13 piercing damage and 3 lightning damage.
Okay.
But I'm assuming it gets reduced to 3 damage.
Correct. Yes. Again, you notice the same thing. The blade sort of passes harmlessly through the corporeal form of the ghost, but the lightning does again arc through. Like you see it go through everything, like every strand of hair that's wayward in the wind. It does seem to course through it, but the blade doesn't seem to be finding purchase.
All right, and then let's see here. What do I have for bonus actions? I'm going to offer up Blood Curse of Mutual Suffering against that ghost.
The one that you attacked?
Yep.
Okay.
And for the next minute, anytime it deals damage to me, it takes half of that damage as necrotic.
Okay. Let's see here. Where put that on?
Yeah, you've
That
been
is
wrenched.
Monkey wrench. Okay. So Hagrid, the typical Hagrid that he is, and watching everything and constantly on, like literally constantly vigilant for will a magical weapon affect his creature or not, pulls out his Trident of Fish Command
He's Aquaman.
and uses that to attack the that ghost there. Okay. See,
Man, this is so much easier in Curse of Strahd. Hagrid just said, no, fuck you.
right. So he does hit. All right. He's got to use that one-handed because of his shield. So that's 8 damage. And then he's going to use a first level spell slot to do Divine Smite. Just not really sure where that. Oh, I guess I would just. Yeah, never mind. Just chuck off a spell slot. Dummy. I don't paladin, guys. Okay. So that's an additional 2d8 damage. So another 6 damage, so 14 damage. Okay. That. Oh wait, he gets another attack. That one's gonna hit again. And that's 5 damage. Okay. At the end of Hagrid's turn, the ghosts are up. Let's see here. All right. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, I'm good at that.
And then I'm going to go through and ask you individually what your result was. Okay. So, Tony, what was your wisdom saving throw? Tony.
Is it
Michael.
something magical?
No.
Then I got a 17.
17. Okay. All right. Nothing happens to you. Leosin, what was yours?
12.
12. Okay. You are frightened. Cassius, how about you?
22.
22. Nothing happens to you.
Do I laugh a little bit?
At my fear.
No,
Maybe.
at the ghost attempting to scare a blood hunter.
Yes, actually, you would find that quite comical. All right, let's see. Crispin's wisdom saving throw is an 11, so he is afraid, and Hagrid's wisdom saving throw is real good. He passes too.
Hagrid ain't afraid of shit.
All right, so actually, how does that work? I think it's... Aura of Courage. Oh, okay. So that would only extend to Crispin. So Crispin actually cannot be frightened because of being next to Hagrid. Hagrid and Crispin are immune to the fear. Okay. So then, let's see. Ow. Okay. Cassius, Tony, and Crispin are going to need to make charisma saving throws.
This one's not so good. Okay. In the chat.
Okay. 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 All right, so nothing happens to Cassius or Tony, but you see this ghost down here. Wait, what was that? Who drew a circle?
I did.
Oh, for your moonbeam.
Yes.
That's right. You see that ghost actually disappear into Crispin. You see Crispin, he's kind of like...
Does he also get moonbeamed?
Who? Crispin?
Yeah, I just don't know how moonbeam works.
The moonbeam is just it's just in
just
that
a cylinder
5-foot
there.
cylinder.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So nobody go in there.
Okay. All right. So that brings us up to the top for Tony.
All right, I'm just gonna keep smacking away at the one I got.
Okay. Talking about the same one that Cassius is attacking, this one up to the north?
Yep, and I'm gonna
Okay.
do it recklessly.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 22.
That hits.
All right. 16 damage.
Okay.
And not dead yet?
Nope.
Same thing then.
Well, yes, but no.
That is.
Oh, hold up. The ghost never made a single attack?
No. It
Oh,
tried to use an ability.
Fuck, that's a waste of my blood curse then. Damn it. Okay, as you were.
So a 17 on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That is going to be a 9.
A 9 to hit?
No, 9 damage.
Oh. Okay.
I'd say I'd use this weird bite thing, but I have no idea how much damage it does.
Yeah, hang on, let me look really quick.
You're gonna bite a ghost.
I'm gonna try.
It's 1d4, 1 damage for every tooth you have.
Then it'd be more like a 1d1.
That's the same as just punching something.
Ah, this is inconvenient in one specific spot. Everything else just feels like I'm being gummed.
Well, my unarmed strike does
okay.
8 damage.
It's 2d8 damage.
2d8?
Yeah.
Alright, well I'll roll to attack first. Would this count as a reckless attack or no?
Yes.
Okay.
You're bodying a ghost. I don't know many things more reckless.
22 again.
Okay. That hits.
You said 2d4?
2d8.
2d8, my bad. So
He
many
bit a
dice.
ghost and it worked.
Do I add any modifiers to it?
Nope, just the 2d8.
Okay, let's go with 15 damage.
Okay. You swing with your new sword twice, and then you reach in to bite this ghost with the ferocity of a bear and a pissed off gnome who thinks he's a Goliath. And as you bite through the ghost's flesh, your teeth clack together really hard because you're biting a ghost. Nothing happens.
Roll for fractures.
Ha, that's where they think they win. I don't have any teeth.
Then you just smashed your jawbone and the bone that your teeth should go into together. Your nose is about to
Would the
fall.
bear gloves then make him grow teeth? Is it the bear gloves of dentistry?
All right, Leosin, you're up.
All right. I'm going to produce a flame
Okay.
and chuck it at this ghost.
Okay.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 16 fire damage.
Woof. Nice. Okay. What else?
And then
It's your bonus action to conjure the produced flame, and then your action to throw it, or vice versa.
okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So then that brings us to Crispin. You see. So actually, Leosin, you can't see behind the rock, but Tony, you notice Crispin turn and stab Hagrid with his dagger of venom.
Marital dispute.
So only Tony has seen this.
And he thinks nothing of it.
Yeah, he thinks, oh, this is something normal.
No, guys, Crispin's getting a little stab happy over there. He's going after Hagrid.
And that hits. All right, for 9 damage on Hagrid.
Hagrid's not going to be happy about that. I can't wait for him to decide how to punch.
Did
All
you
right.
steal anything from him?
Just life force.
And then you see Hagrid, or you see Crispin slice with the dagger, drop the dagger to his other hand, and slice back the other way as he uses his bonus attack to make another attack on Hagrid. But that one Hagrid's able to bash away with the shield as he's like, "What are you doing, Crispin?" And that brings us to Cassius.
All right, I'm going to make another 2 attacks on this little douchebag over here.
Ghosty and Ghostface.
Yeah, and if the first attack hits, I want to see what would happen if I just left the sword there and kept the right going.
Okay.
That is a adjusted 20, 12 plus 8.
That hits.
I'm not even going to bother rolling the d8 because it won't do damage. That is the full 6 points of lightning damage.
Very nice.
And then I'm just going to leave it there, continuing the arc. What happens?
So when you do that, you learn something about your Crimson Rite. You learn the rite requires sort of an impact to release the power from the blade. It requires some sort of movement, right? So it's not like you have just a taser that's on.
Yeah.
So you see the electricity discharge, and then that's it.
Well, I sat there and said that's what I did, so I'm not able to attack again.
Okay.
But I'll just sit there and look at him as like, do something about this. And try to provoke him into attacking me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to amplify the curse. So that's a D6. So I take 2 damage.
Okay.
And next time, instead of half damage, it is full damage. And if they have necrotic resistance, it is ignored.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Hagrid is going to back away from Crispin, kind of defensively, but with his hands up, like, Crispin, what are you doing? And as he backs up, Crispin's going to make another lunge at Hagrid, and you see another small like thread of blood shoot off as Crispin's dagger finds purchase again, and he does another little bit of damage to Hagrid. Okay. That brings. Oh, sorry. So Hagrid then is to be the. What is he gonna do?
Tackle him into Moonbeam. Tackle him into the Moonbeam.
Hagrid is going to. Hagrid's gonna be like, Crispin, why are you doing this? What are you doing? And then Crispin sort of repeats. You hear it in his voice, and then also this sort of ethereal voice layered over it, like two voices at the same time. And it says, like, there is no friendship here, only hatred. And that's gonna be Hagrid's turn. He's gonna hold. He's gonna use his action to dodge. All right, so then that brings us to the ghosts. This ghost that you goaded, Cassius, is going to make an attack at you. Is there like a disadvantage or anything like that on this attack?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Because I want it to hit me.
Okay. Does a 13 hit you?
A 13 does not.
13 does not. Okay, so it misses you.
Yep, and since it hasn't damaged me, I can't use that reaction for my cool new ability, and it can't take damage from my blood curse.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Actually,
can I just decide? Like, I'm looking for it to hit me. Can I just decide that it hits me?
Well, I'll tell you what. Instead of just allowing it to hit you, it'll be like kind of like they'll roll with advantage against you instead.
Okay.
Nope, that one's even worse actually.
Damn.
In its rage, you're like, come on, stop trying to hit me, and it's like.
That was exactly the reference I was gonna make.
you just see this ghost just like lashing out angrily, but it just keeps barely missing you.
I just have my hand out there on its head. It can't quite reach me. It's like when you're in 8th grade and you're bullying 6th grade kids who haven't hit their growth spurt yet. Or Scott bullying anybody who's not in his family.
Tony, I want you to make another charisma saving throw, this time with disadvantage.
Okay. That's a 15.
With disadvantage?
I rolled a 20 and a 15.
You motherfucker. All right.
For once, I'm actually having a good day of rolling dice.
Apparently. All right. Nothing happens to you then. Again. Actually, yeah, no. So then it's your turn, Tony.
Okay. Have I come to the conclusion that my necrotic sword isn't dealing any damage to him, or does it seem like it is?
It is.
Okay. Well, then I'll just continue my assault. Recklessly, that is. 17.
17 will hit. You're continuing to hit the one that Cassius has been helping you with?
Yep.
Okay.
That is a 14.
14 damage?
Yep.
Okay. When you put an A before it, it makes it sound like you're rolling an attack roll, and I get confused.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do my second attack then.
Okay.
That is... What's that, 16? No. 15.
That'll hit.
Okay. That is only an 8.
Okay. You see... And you did it again. You see this ghost. It sort of lets out a howl, and you see it become, or you see it, the borderline etherealness of it go away, and then it sort of just like slowly falls through the dirt.
Okie dokie. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Laven, you're up.
Same thing. Produce a flame and throw it at him.
Okay.
On the right dice. Uh, 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Nine fire damage.
Okay. All right. Is that it for you then?
Yep.
All right. Crispin is up. You make an attack on Hagrid. It's a shame that it's with disadvantage, but that still hits. That's for maximum damage. So that's 8. And then he's going to attempt to hit him with his bonus action. Probably gonna miss. Oh yeah, definitely misses. Okay. That brings us to Cassius.
All right. Well, knowing now that I wasted my blood curse, and I'm not really going to be too great with the ghosts. Let's see here. I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And is Crispin facing me or facing Hagrid?
He's facing Hagrid.
I'm going to take the hilt of my blade, or the hilt of my rapier, and I'm going to crack him right in the back of the head. So doing non-lethal damage, but I'm just trying to see if I can arc that ghost out of him.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead then and roll to hit?
That is a 19 to hit. 11
that will
plus
hit.
8. Yeah. That will be 4 plus 6, 10 non-lethal bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 5 lightning damage.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm assuming not hitting with the tip of, or hitting with anything other than the tip of my rapier is not piercing.
Correct. Okay. Anything else?
What happens before I decide?
So you hit him in the back of the head, and you see his head rock forward as you would typically expect, and he sort of takes a half step to turn so that so that you and Hagrid, no one's behind him, and you see kind of this strange glow in his eyes, but nothing else happens.
If that's the case, I'm going to turn my blade. I'm going to just punch him with the guard on my rapier.
Okay.
That would be a 18, 10 plus 8.
Okay. This is going to be a basically like an unarmed strike.
Okay.
So roll a d4.
That's going to be 4 plus 6, so 10 bludgeoning damage, and the full 6 lightning damage. So max damage. Non-lethal, of course.
So wait, what, you rolled a 4 on the d4?
Yeah, 4 plus 6.
Your strength is 6?
No, so I get so I have dueling, so I get an automatic +2 for one-handed weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And I was holding my rapier, so I added my dexterity instead. If it is strength that you're asking for, then it is 6 bludgeoning damage and 6 lightning damage.
Okay. Yeah, because you're using your rapier, you're essentially making a punch at him with brass knuckles by hitting him with your guard.
Okay. Forget it. I just went with using my rapier instead.
I got you. All right. So then Hagrid's up. Hagrid is going to.
There's no. By the way, before I end, there's no appearance like I am doing anything to remove the possession.
No.
Damn. Well, then I just punched a friend twice.
This is true.
Well, he just stabbed a friend twice.
Yeah, but he's not in full control of his actions. I am. This is me speaking out of game, of course.
Okay, Hagrid is going to sort of follow your lead there, and make a. He's gonna make a strike with the back of his trident, essentially. That's gonna hit. All right, so that's 8 damage to Crispin of the non-lethal variety. And Leosin, now you can see now once Crispin stepped forward to Hagrid and made the attack against him, you can actually now see Crispin attacking Hagrid.
Okay.
Hagrid's going to make another one of those, but he's going to miss with that one. Which brings us to the ghosts. All right. Tony,
Yes.
make a charisma saving throw with disadvantage.
How do 2 natural 20s fit into your scheme?
They don't at all.
This has been my day. For a change, I'm rolling decent.
Okay. All right. Tony, does a 13 hit you?
Armor class is 17.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna go after the one in front of me then, recklessly.
Mhm.
That is 22.
That'll hit.
That will be 8 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. That is 23.
That'll hit.
15 damage.
Okie dokie.
Screw it. I'll try and bite this one then.
Okay.
17
That'll hit.
and 2d8. 10
Is
damage.
there any? Yeah.
What'd you say, Cassius?
Is there any chance that that's actually going to do damage?
No.
But I'm gonna keep trying.
Can you roll to see exactly how much he dislocated his jaw?
Tony's jaw is made of sturdy stuff.
Oh, I forgot exactly how constitutionally sound gnome bones are.
We're dense motherfuckers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Goliath bones.
We're dense
Goliath
motherfuckers.
bones.
You know, Goliath, they use their teething rings are actually rib cages.
Oh, it's the same as the basketball hoop in my neighborhood.
Leosin, you're up.
Did you say he had a rib cage for a basketball hoop?
Yeah. I once saw a drunk baby giving another baby a tattoo.
Wow. South side of the Calv.
He knows my people well.
I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals.
Okay.
And bring up 4 apes right around Crispin.
All right. Brand new ape escape.
Same names? Oh, I don't know this.
At least the one.
Did he?
Charlie Bananas.
Is one called Bubbles?
It can be.
What about Tyler Tylerson?
There are no tokens for monkeys.
And for some reason the walls between realities thin a little bit.
All right. I'm just gonna. These are gonna be your monkeys.
Whoa. Is that a ninja?
They're irate monkeys. Shut up.
They're female gnome rogues.
Perfect.
Because I don't have anything else.
They're monkeys. Everyone, shut up. Don't ruin
okay.
the immersion by telling me what the reality is.
So the monkeys are going to act on your initiative, Laven.
Okay.
So if you're done, then the monkeys can go.
Yes. Can I get the monkeys to all try to grab Crispin?
Yeah. Let's make a bunch of. I want to see 4 monkey strength checks.
Only if you make a bunch of monkey sounds.
Ooh. The first one's a 15.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'll just type them in.
Yeah. Strength. Yep.
Ooh, that one's strong. Tylerson.
If only he could negotiate as well as he grabs.
Okay. So you see Crispin just shedding monkeys left and right, and Tylerson reaches up and grabs him by the leather from underneath while he's flinging Bad Ape to the side, and Tylerson has Crispin restrained. Grappled, yes. Okay.
Who's next?
The neighbors in my apartment have to be questioning a lot of things right now.
So now it's Crispin's turn. And he is going to make a attack with his dagger venom on Tylerson.
You do not attack Tylerson. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna use my other blood curse.
Curse the Eyeless?
Yes. And
advantage?
hold up. Blood curse the Eyeless to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. And then I'm going to amplify it to make sure the next attack is at disadvantage as well. And the amount of damage I take for that is 3.
Okay. All right. So the first attack is a 15. What is the monkey's AC, Laven?
Monkey AC is...
Monkey C. If you
12.
12. Okay. So
God damn
even
it.
with disadvantage, he still hits him. Oh shit! I just chucked that D4 across the room. For 8 damage.
I have no control of them, so...
How much hit points does...
They each have 19.
Each have 19, okay. You're really gonna make me give you... Man, I need to get monkey tokens for you.
Hey Aaron, what happened? Or hey Aaron, you know how you had a character at the beginning of this week? Yeah, about that. Turns out none of them knew how to perform an exorcism. So you got killed by monkeys.
You mean like really bad doctors? No, I mean a group of chimps escaped from some lab.
What was the name of the monkey who dealt the killing blow? Of all things, Tylerson.
So, Crispin, Aaron, I'm going to need you to go ahead and roll a new character for me for this one. Okay, so he's going to make an attack with his bonus action on Tylerson again. And that's going to be a 14 to hit with the disadvantage still. What would you say their AC was? 12?
Yes.
Okay. And that is for 2 damage. Lower back's killing me. Okay. That's it for Crispin. Cassius is up.
All right. I guess I should ask this question. Knowing my background as a blood hunter, have I ever seen a ghost possess a person before? I'm willing to make a roll.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Make a history check.
That's a natural 20. I'm not sure what to add to it.
Okay. A natural 20. Yeah, I was deciding between having you do like a remembering check, which I've just been having do intelligence, versus history. But either way, that's gonna do it. Yeah, you have seen someone be possessed before.
Do I have anything at my disposal that could pull this ghost out of Crispin?
From what you know about possession in the real world, you know what I mean? Like not possession in books and bardic plays and things like that. Possession ends when the ghost is good and ready for it to end, or when the person is rendered unconscious.
Then I guess my best option here is to sit there and try to render Crispin unconscious. So what I'll do is I'm gonna sit there, rotate around, so I'm coming from his backside. I'm gonna try to jump onto his back and put him into a sleeper hold.
Okay. Not too sure how to handle that one.
Because I'm really going for the status effect rather than damage.
Strength check.
I'd guess a grapple and then.
Yeah, but the thing is you can't, unless you have the grappler feat, you can't actually restrain anyone while they're grappled. So like being grappled,
because I'm truly not trying to grapple them. I'm not trying to keep them from moving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to apply pressure to their carotid artery.
Okay. All right. Tell you what, we're gonna treat this as another grapple, okay? Because you are trying to get him in a chokehold while he is resisting, right? So,
yeah. Makes sense.
Go ahead and roll your strength check.
13. This is not going to go well.
You know what? Actually, that's okay because Crispin rolled a 1. So you have Crispin in a chokehold, and as far as you know, it's working.
Mm-hmm.
But you also know that choking someone out isn't an instantaneous thing.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm just going to spend every action that I can. Increasing my grip.
Okay. All right. Hagrid. Hagrid is going to try to do his best to distract Crispin from trying to get out of these grapples. And so he's going to sock Crispin in the face.
As I was just like, not my face, not my face!
All right. So that is gonna hit. Yeah, that's gonna hit. And that does 5 sock in the face damage to Crispin.
Your hand's so big.
And he rears back, throws another one in there. That one misses though. It was not bad enough to hit Cassius, however.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Thank God. This was a much better idea before I did this.
Because this is one of those scenarios where I feel like if someone did roll a natural one, it would only make sense for him to punch you in the face instead.
This is not good. Who knew half-orc necks were so girthy? How does he not have sleep apnea?
Right. Okay, so now, Tony, this ghost is going to try to make an attack on you. Finally.
Okey-dokey.
With advantage, because you attack recklessly. That's a 17, which is your armor class, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Okay. So that hits.
Finally.
So you take 17 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
So 17, that would be 8 necrotic.
Yes.
And a wisdom saving throw.
Mhm.
With advantage or... Disadvantage
Just
or
straight
just
wisdom saving throw.
Then let me re-roll that because I rolled 2 of them. That's a 19.
Okay. That's
Plus 2.
fine. Okay. Tony, making sure that everything sucks. Okay. Tony's up.
All right. Reckless again.
Jay, are you really going to hold an imaginary sleeper hold the whole time?
Yes, this is called acting.
Okay.
You should.
You didn't say it. You didn't say it right. It's acting.
I'm concentrating on this half-orc neck.
21.
If the director wouldn't mind, I'm
That'll
going to
hit.
be acting.
20 minutes, Tony.
That is 10 damage.
Okay.
Let's go again. Natural 20.
Naturally hits.
24 damage.
What was the necrotic damage?
Necrotic is plus 10 if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it was a D10.
Target takes extra 10 necrotic damage.
Okay. And did you lump that in with what you said?
Nope. So 34.
So it was 20. So just, okay. The necrotic damage doesn't do anything, but
I get 10 temporary hit points.
you do knock the ghost out. Same thing happens. You hit the ghost. There's like a ethereal shriek, kind of like the ring wraiths, and then the ghost slowly falls through the ground.
Okie dokie. Well, then I'll
Alright.
just move a little bit.
Move a little bit. Leosin, you're up.
Okay, what can I do?
Don't punch me in the face.
I think you should have Charlie Banana punch her in the face.
Well, he's up next.
Aaron, I just want to let you know I tried saving your character.
I want to try to pick up this gravestone.
Okay. I need you to make a strength check.
That's pretty good. Strength is 0, so 16.
16. You try to pull on it, but the stone is worn by weather and time, and so it starts to kind of crumble on the sides as you pull, and it gets your grip becomes powdery, and you can't really pull it up. And you weren't having a successful pull really before it started falling apart on you anyway.
Okay. Then instead I'm going to kick it over.
Okay, make a strength check.
I'm just
Yeah,
fighting
let's just
fighting this.
yeah, let's just
gravestone.
desecrate a grave. Ghosts love that.
The ghost just attacked us. 17.
Okay, so you kick it, and part of the grave cracks and falls off, and 48 ghosts come up out of the ground to grab you. All right, anything else? I believe that's probably about all you can do.
I think of both of my actions. I was hoping it would just take one. Okay. Then the monkeys are jumping on top again.
Okay,
Not
so
on my
I killed the
neck.
monkey. I meant to kill the circle. I killed the monkey.
no.
Not on my neck. Not on my neck.
Yeah, monkeys are jumping on. Ooh, good job, monkey.
So yeah, I just need 3 of those grapple checks.
And so 19, 7, and 16.
Oh, I didn't see the 19. Okay. So the last monkey again is able to grab on, but the first 2 get shirked off.
Is this one bad 8?
Well, the first one, so Charlie is now on board with Tyler.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Crispin. Crispin is going to try to break out of the chokehold. So, Cassius, I need you to roll an athletics check.
There is no better moment in my goddamn life to roll well right now. And I have a +0 to this roll. Six.
All right. Crispin rolled a natural 20, so a 31 on his check to break out.
God damn.
And so Crispin uses the momentum of the monkeys pulling him down to drop and then drive his elbow up into your ribs.
Ugh.
Which forces you to let go. And then he's going to use his bonus action to stab at Tylerson again. And that's going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh, hold on a second. I'm a sentinel. Which means when he attacked at Tylerson, I get to make an attack of opportunity at him.
Okay.
All right. That's a 16 to hit.
That misses.
Damn.
Tylerson takes another 7 damage.
You fucking killed Tylerson?
I think he's still alive, isn't he?
Didn't he take damage last round too?
Yeah.
He's probably got one more hit left.
Are you keeping track of their hit points?
Trying to mentally. I would have been. Oh wait, yeah, okay. Well, I didn't have control of them last round.
I gave it to you after you said that.
I thought you were doing it. Sorry.
I did it.
You did something that I didn't expect you to have done.
It?
Yep. Okay. So
Okay.
To
Regardless of what happens there, Cassius, you're up again.
All right. While I'm on my back here, I'm going to... can't really stand up without provoking an attack of opportunity, but I kind of want him to do that.
Yeah, you can. I don't think there's anything in the book that says if you stand up from being prone, you're attacking.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do that, and now I'm upset. So I'm going to take my rapier and slice down and make him drop his pants.
Okay. So are you attacking him or his pants?
His pants.
Okay.
Roll with disadvantage, I'm assuming.
No, just go ahead and roll.
Okay. That will be a 17 to hit his pants.
Okay, that will hit his pants.
Trying to embarrass him out of the possession. That will be 10 slashing damage and 3 lightning damage.
Okay.
What happens?
His pants do in fact fall down.
Okay. And is the ghost somehow stunned by Crispin's pantslessness?
You would really have hoped, but unfortunately not.
Because I'm really out of ideas now. Shit.
All right.
Then I guess I'll attack again.
Yeah.
That fell off the table, and I just need to grab another dice because I just threw it farther away from me. That'll be a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
That will be full slashing damage. So that will be 14 slashing, 1 lightning. Min-max.
Okay. So Crispin falls unconscious.
Sorry. That was non-lethal damage, by the way. If my prior attempts had not made that clear.
So the ghost Leosin, you the conjure animals is a concentration spell, correct?
yes.
So your moonbeam went away, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I accidentally deleted the one.
Right. So once you Leosin, or once Crispin falls unconscious, the ghost comes out right over here. And then it's Hagrid's turn. Hagrid is going to here, and he's going to make an attack on the ghost with his trident of fish spearing. And that, I don't remember the hits. Oh yeah, that does hit. So that hits. He's going to, obviously Hagrid's had fucking enough. And he's going to use a 3rd level spell slot to do Divine Smite. So that's 48. Sorry, actually 5d8. I forgot that it does extra damage against undead. So let's see, that's 8 damage from the spear itself. $25 radiant damage. And then I'm actually going to roll another one for the one that I missed before. That's 1 damage, so okay. Okay. So then Hagrid is going to hit it again because he didn't kill it. For another 8. And he's going to do another 1st level Divine Smite. For another 8, so 16 damage. So he succeeds in defeating this ghost as well. So, ghosts are finally defeated.
Suck it, ghost.
And you guys are able to bed down for a long rest for the evening. Crispin will be unable to take watch, but it's going to be a largely uneventful evening.
Okay.
Oh, now it's uneventful?
Yep.
There are some events that happened beforehand.
Not anymore. All right, but that's where we're going to end it this week, guys. Thanks for playing, and hopefully next week we have more people with us and be playing less people.
All right, till next time.